Baby is 1 year old, you know, you try taking something away from it, no. Baby becomes 1.5 year old, you know, learns to say mine.
Yeah.
2 years old, me do it,
Yeah.
right? That's the natural sort of way nature intends for this sort of sprog to grow up and become, have its own identity. Now, huh?
Independent.
Become independent.
And ultimately, well, nobody is totally independent, you know.
So how far do you want to search through that word? We're independent. If we're self-sufficient, then we're independent, aren't we? We can't, because I think we can look, you said it, it's a very grey and has its sort of hazy area, codependency. Now, I mean, if you want to rip the whole, it seems like we're ripping a whole word to bits. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you said, well, nobody's totally independent. Well, if you're self-sufficient, then you're independent, aren't you?
What we're here talking about or trying to address is the damaging manifestations of this condition we call codependency, which was sort of coined in the, I don't know, early 70s or something.
When I ripped my wrists open, I used drugs, I got arrested because I was codependent on this woman. So that's a bit codependency, isn't it?
That's a bit of an indication that things are not quite right. You know, when you end up slitting your... I mean, you know, far be it for me to judge, but yeah, it's sort of a little bit of an indication that you know, there might need to be some sort of addressing of issues there. Right?
Cool.
So that's what... Mainly, we are talking about understanding the manifestations of this condition, the characteristics of this condition, and the effects that this condition has on the life that we live, i.e. the damaging effects that it has, and going about addressing that and finding ways of addressing the problems of codependency. So, where does it come from? It comes from childhood. It comes from parents who themselves have not been safe, have not had their own identity, have not, basically are codependent, are full of fear themselves, have grown up with these characteristics, i.e. depending on others for the way they feel and believing that they are responsible for how others feel.
Yeah.
And they are bound to project that, they are bound to, that's what the child is going to get.
See, like I'll come in from work, I'd be out all day, I'd come in from work, and my girlfriend at the time who's got a baby, her face would be tripping her. And I'd be convinced it was something I'd done and said, and I've not even been there. And my whole life, I feel so upset that she was upset, but it's nothing that I've fucking done. Well, how do we get over that?
How do we?
How do we get over codependence?
Yeah. What's the procedure in getting over anything, any sort of problem? What's the first sort of...
Admit you've got the problem.
Right. Become aware of that there's a problem. Because we go around saying, no, as long as you're alright, I'm alright.
Yeah. But she was a bitch.
Or...
They all are.
She was.
She upsets me, you know? Part of the work that we do is looking at the vocabulary that we use. We do that in Louise Hay, don't we? We look at the words we use and the effects that those words have. So we become aware of the problem to begin with. As in, you notice and you sort of keep noticing. One of the things that I sort of got into a little bit of a game to do was was listen to radio or look at television programs and listen to songs and try and identify the codependent bits out of these programs.
Like, I will always love you.
That sort of thing. Well, I will always love you, not you know, if you leave me, I'll die type of thing.
If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me.
Yes. Now, I'll give you Melody Beattie's definition, if you like. A codependent person, she says, is one who has let another person's behavior affect him or her, and who is obsessed with controlling that person's behavior. Because if you don't behave in a way, or if you know, are feeling in not a way that I like, I'm fucked. So I need you to feel and behave in a certain way for me to be okay. That causes problems. That causes serious problems. And the problems are that, first of all, we can't control shit. You can't control another person's feelings. You might think you can. You might, given sort of situation, do so for a short period. But you can't really. So where will that leave you? Always at the mercy, won't it? If you're affected so much by what someone else does, feels, aren't you at the mercy of that situation?